Hello and welcome back to There is an Angel for That. My name is Yvonne, and if you found this message today, then I am getting a real strong sense from the angels that there's something in your life right now that has been asking for a decision. Not a to-do list, not something that you need to research, not another conversation in your head, especially those ones that come in at like 2 a.m., but a decision. And what I'm really sensing here is that part of you already knows what that decision is. Maybe it feels just a little bit scary. Maybe it's asking something of you, or maybe it just requires you to be a little bit more honest with yourself, or possibly it could be asking you to be a little honest with someone else. Okay. Now, what your angels wants you to know is you do not have to have it all figured out this week. Okay. But you do get to choose. All right. So before we go ahead and pull some cards, because I do have my cards here, I just want to talk about what's happening in the sky this week, because honestly, I think the astrology that's going on is quite big. So right at the start of this week, beginning here, May 25th, we're going to have Mars in Taurus. Not to get really technical here, but I'm learning astrology and I'm loving a lot about it. But it's going to be squaring Pluto, and it's going to be retrograde in Aquarius. Now, I know that sounds so intense, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I just want to say to you, I just really feel like it's a powerfully charged energy. And that's because Mars is, I want to say, it's action, it's drive, it's will. Pluto for me is all about transformation. It's about power. What lies beneath the surface? And when these two meet at this intense angle, then what I want to say to you is things that have been simmering, those kind of things, they might start coming up to the surface. And here's something that I just want you to hold on to. Friction is not failure. Sometimes the universe creates pressure, and you want to know what? It's not to break you. Instead, it's to move you. Okay? And then as we get a little further on into the week, I think by, I want to say, I'm just going to look at my little chart here. By the 31st, we're going to have that beautiful full moon in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is that energy. It's expansive. It's optimistic. Okay. Now, I find it zooms way out and it asks, what do I actually believe? Where am I truly going? Or what does my biggest life look like? Right? So this week, guys, it has a real arc to it. It may begin with some intensity, but it'll help you move towards something much bigger. And honestly, I feel like something much, much more hopeful. Okay. But what I want to say to you is your angels are right here. They're always with you through it all. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to shuffle the cards here, and I want to take a look to see what messages are coming through or what our angels want to know for this week. So looking at the first card that came out, oh, this is just really beautiful. I'm going to try and hold it up here so that you can see it. Hopefully it zooms in nice for you. This is the Lover's card. It's got our beautiful Archangel Raphael on it. Okay. And what I want to start off by saying is, with what I said to you before, with Mars squaring Pluto in the background, I really feel like this card landing here, it just feels very significant, because the Lovers is not always about romantic love. I know I get that all the time when I'm doing readings, and people look at it and they go, I really feel like this is a card that's about alignment. It's asking, are your choices reflecting what you actually value, right? Are you choosing from love, or are you choosing from fear? All right. So, you know, there's an angel right here. When I'm looking at this card, I'm just, so many things are coming in through, but I can't help but look at the picture of the angel coming in right here. He's kind of like right here in the center. And what I really feel what this is saying, it's saying that whatever feels charged or whatever feels complicated this week, you're going to have divine support in navigating it. Okay. So I really feel like the general message coming in from your angels is choose love anyways. Even when the week feels intense, or even if old patterns start surfacing, even when the easier thing to do would be to shut down, or maybe push someone away, or maybe talk yourself out of what your heart wants. What I'm really hearing for this message is choose love anyways. Okay. Such a strong message. Choose love anyways. Okay. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look to see what your challenge is for this week. Another major arcana card. And again, let's see if I can hold this one up. This is the Wheel with Archangel Gabriel. Such a pretty card. Okay. Now, I love how the cards, they actually just tell the truth. They just do. I just love how they speak to us. Now, the wheel is about change. It's about turning of the cycles, the fact of life. But life is always moving. It's always shifting. And it's always taking you somewhere new, even when you'd rather just stay put for a minute, right? I get that. So we have a beautiful Archangel Gabriel on this card here, and she's the one who's actually helped spinning this great wheel. She's the one who's going to help you move through that next chapter. And when I sit with that, I want to say I find it genuinely comforting, okay? It's not random. It's not chaos. It's the beautiful energy of Archangel Gabriel. But here's the challenge that I'm getting for this week. Because we have Mars who's squaring Pluto, the Lover's card is asking you to stay open and choose love. Okay, so the wheel arrives to say some things are changing whether you're ready or not. So the challenge in all of this is to trust the turn. Don't try to grip it tighter, right? It's not to force the wheel back to where it was, but to breathe and ask, where is this actually taking me? Because what feels like disruption maybe right now may be the very thing that could be moving you towards that full moon energy, that bigger vision, that more expansive version of yourself or of your life, okay? So really, looking at these cards, just the two, I haven't pulled the third one yet, but what I really love about these cards is what I really feel like they're saying is the changes are happening around you this week aren't getting in the way of love. They are love, right? The universe is turning the wheel on your behalf. That's a strong message that I'm getting with both, looking at both of those cards. Okay, so let's take a look to see what the opportunity is coming up. This one just went flying on out. Okay, so this is beautiful. I'm going to hold it up for you here. Hopefully you can see that okay. It's the beautiful Ace of Air card, and I love this so much. The air suit is always about the mind, right? It's about clarity. It's about truth. It's about cutting through what has been foggy, possibly confusing. And the aces and the ones, they're always that fresh beginning. They're that very first breath of something new, right? Something that's arriving clean, arriving now, or just arriving for you. So this is your opportunity for this week with all that intensity from that Mars and that Pluto energy. The Lovers is asking you to choose love. The wheel, it's turning things that you just can't control. But what this card does, the Ace of Air, it says you have access to real clarity right now. That's what this is saying. Okay. So what do you actually know to be true? What have you been sensing? What have you, what haven't you said to yourself, or what haven't you said out loud? Okay. What truth has been quietly waiting for you to finally be brave enough to look at it? So I really feel like this is your opening. And I would say to you, if you have pen and paper, write it down or say it out loud or have that conversation, you know, or maybe it's even just simply sitting in the quiet and just letting that truth come in and just quietly letting it arrive. All right. The Ace of Air, guys, it's a gift. I really feel like it's just that clear light that's coming in through that fog. It just comes and cuts right through it, right? And your angels, they're holding that light for you right now. So when I look at this week as a whole, you know, taking a look at these cards and looking at it as a whole, I really feel like, you know, it can kind of begin something intense, like how I said to you with that Mars, that Pluto, that Lover's card, right? Life might be asking you to trust a turn you didn't expect. That's coming from this card here, right? And on the other side of that, this is where the clarity that you've been waiting for, that's where it's going to come in. And I think that's going to happen with that beautiful full moon in Sagittarius, right? It's the universe saying, dream bigger, guys. You know, you're ready. And what I really love here is the angelic support that's around you this week. It just feels incredibly, incredibly clear. We have on the first one here, Archangel Raphael, right? He's coming in and he's the angel, you know, of healing and the angel is a little bit of love, helping you stay open-hearted even when the week feels maybe charged. You know, even when old wounds might be asking for your attention. And then when I take a look at this card here with Archangel Gabriel, the wheel, you know, she's reminding you that, you know, every turn of the wheel, it's purposeful, it's guided, and it's moving you somewhere worth going. So one sign I'd like to invite you to look for this week, because this is coming in really strong and clear. I love colors. You can see all of them on the wall behind me. Love working with colors. I just keep seeing the color gold coming in. Maybe it's like coppery color like Archangel Gabriel is, but just the color gold is coming in. So if you notice things like a beautiful sunset, or maybe the color pops up unexpected where you weren't expecting to see it. It could be like a gold light coming through the window, or it could be, you know, maybe something in your dreams that you dream of that's gold. But if gold keeps showing up for you this week, I just want you to take that as that gentle reminder from your angels that you are being guided towards something beautiful, okay? That wheel, it's turning in your favor. And love, in all its forms, it's worth choosing. Okay, so guys, I really hope that this message has resonated with you. I really hope it found you at the exact right time. I would love to know if any one of these beautiful cards popped out, or one of them is just, you know, really resonating with you. And I'd also love to know if you happen to start seeing the color gold this week. Let me know in the comments below, or if you can, go to my Angels and Intuition Facebook group where I post about this, because I just think when I put it out there, this is where these signs and synchronicities just start coming in. All right. Again, thank you so much for spending this time with me, sharing your energy. And if you can, please be sure to like and share. And always, always, always remember, guys, no matter what your situation is, there is an angel for that. So angel blessings to you all, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.